Hey guys, my name's Michaela. I'm really excited to be sharing this video with you, but I'm also nervous. I decided to do a day in the life type of video. So you're gonna see me making breakfast, getting ready, picking an outfit, doing a bit of my job as well. Um, but I'm gonna voice it over and talk about my gender experiences as a non-binary person, especially in doing gender. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of the gist of the video. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I'm excited to see what you guys contribute to the class, and I hope we can learn from each other. So let's get into it.
Ever since I was little, I had a weird tension between my masculine and feminine side. The social structure of gender sets the expectations for you. I was a girl, so I had to act like one. But I didn't really feel like a girl, and I didn't really feel like a boy either. I just felt like participating in everything that boys and girls do. Earlier in the semester, we were asked to think of the first memory of when our gender became apparent to us. And I talked about how after doing 3 years of co-ed baseball, I could no longer participate in the sport further because I was told girls don't play this sport. For me, this was a defining moment in my life where I became acutely aware of my internal feelings about my gender. I thought that it was probably the silliest and most confusing thing I'd ever heard. This sort of interaction between others and myself continued. Though I have prominent masculine feelings, I learned to push them away as I got older. I think back to that day I asked when I could play baseball again, and learning how my gender was the reason I couldn't anymore. So I never played baseball again. I never played it competitively or recreationally. I wanted nothing to do with it. The repression of my identity intensified in middle school. I began to follow the social script for girls, wearing flamboyant bright clothes, styling my hair every day and applying makeup, not being too outwardly loud, not occupying too much space, not acting too manly. It was in direct contrast to who I was. I was not just feminine as much as I was not just masculine. Reserving my existence to just one side of my identity was ultimately the reason I never truly found myself until I came to college. Being so aware of my presence to others, I've always found myself doing gender. Weston Zimmerman described this as manual procedure, or performing gender under an assuming context. In this case, I was performing the stereotypical feminine traits that are expected of women. Being easy to look at, aware of other people's feelings, reserving my natural personality to be more consumable. Like in one of the readings about doing femininity, even women who give birth spend time worrying about how the birth is affecting others rather than herself. So, when I reached college, more and more of myself that I once pushed away began to surface. And ironically, as a non-binary person, I feel as though I do gender even more now than before. Each day, I wake up thinking about how I want to dress, and the clothes that I wear represent the way I feel inside. So, when I decide to wear more androgynous clothing, I feel more masculine. Then, throughout the day, I engage in more stereotypical masculine traits. I walk differently, with more of an exact confidence. I focus less on how I look and more on my presence. I even feel physically stronger. I become more dominant in conversations and more direct when talking. Just the simple task of dressing differently validates my internal feelings while also producing a social schema of how I do gender. This range of behaviors, to me, confirms that we constantly do gender because of our interactions. And to me, this also confirms why I'm non-binary, because I'm not just feminine or masculine, I'm all of it. Even when I do masculinity or femininity, both exist, but the dominance in which one is performed is based on the context of my feelings and how I wish to express it within the world and myself. Gender isn't static, it's fleeting. And that's how I do gender. Thanks for watching.